So it's occurred to me that I've been doing these kind of unboxing of these new Blu-rays that have been coming out that I've gotten in recently. But I think maybe it would be kind of cool to explore what exactly I'm collecting as far as Blu-rays are concerned. So let's get started. Nerd Theory. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Brian Dahl here with Nerd Theory. It's really kind of hard to... I'm trying to go back to the beginning, in a way. I've always been a fan of movies ever since I was a child. It's my passion, probably even more so for more than writing, which is what I write sometimes to help make a living. But I think film has always been first and foremost my passion in life. So when I was really after high school and then onward, when I was a store manager for Blockbuster, yes, I was a store manager for Blockbuster Video. I'm old. Leave your comments down below. But really, I was just buying, DVDs at the time, and then eventually Blu-rays came out, and so on and so forth. And I had this huge collection, and then one day, this was actually back in March of last year, when everything started to happen in the world, that I was laid off of work, and I was looking at my collection, which has changed over time. Some things I had DVDs of, I upgraded to Blu-ray, so on and so forth. But I was kind of just looking at my collection, and I didn't really feel good about it anymore. I was looking at a lot of my movies, and I just wasn't content with it anymore. It wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't bringing me any kind of joy anymore. So what I ultimately did was I got rid of a lot of my movies that I had through like eBay and such. As well as some collectibles that I had just, to make ends meet. But then, after a while, I kind of started missing it. I miss having the physical copies, and I have digital copies, through my Xbox and Vudu and all that, and that's fine. But, which I know a lot of the collectors out there, you mentioned digital, their butt cheeks just tighten up. But I'm not really, I wasn't really too worried about it. But I did miss the physical part of it. So, and I'm going to get into it, but what I want to say first to everybody, especially collectors out there, this is just how I collect. However you collect, great. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. I'm just basically going how I feel like I should collect as a 42-year-old man with a family. If you collect like a lot of Blu-rays, fantastic. And I hope it brings you a lot of happiness. That's just not really who I am at this point in my life anymore. And when I was really thinking about it, going back into the, buying Blu-rays and 4K and all that, I think what it was is I got tired of just buying Blu-rays or movies for the sake of just having them in my collection. That's not really what I want to do anymore. I know a lot of people like doing that, and that brings them a lot of joy, and that's fantastic. But to me, for the money that's spent on these, I would rather, instead of just buying some Blu-rays, they have Blockbuster or not Blockbuster, Jesus, I'm old, Best Buy or Target or Walmart or whatever. I think that for the money that I spend on that, I could get like a collector's edition of something, of a movie that I'm really interested in or I really like. That's a lot, presentation-wise, is just a lot cooler looking. It looks good on my shelf, and I like the movie. And that's where I'm kind of going with that. And how it started was, for some reason, I got a wild hair up my butt, and I decided to look at Criterion movies. I think I watched a video about someone who had some Criterion videos on YouTube. And I've had Criterion movies before, but I didn't realize they were the boutique label that they are today. Because when I had Criterion videos, it was like Armageddon and Chasing Amy on DVD. That's the only thing I knew about Criterion. So I kind of just looked into it a little further, and my first, going back into collecting Blu-rays, the first 5 was just like Mulholland Drive, Seven Samurai, Blue Velvet, Do the Right Thing. So, and then from there, kind of just opened me back up to everything. I decided that, well, if I'm going to do this collecting again, I'd rather do the boutique thing because I just like the way they're presented better in general. And that's not to say that I don't have 4K Blu-rays or Blu-rays, normally, because that's, if you really like the movies, that's pretty much the only way you can get them right now, and that's fine, nothing wrong with that. But I kind of want to go more towards the boutique route, which is, Criterion, Arrow, Second Sight, Turbine now. I actually have a couple Turbine ones now. So I just kind of wanted to kind of put that out there, and how I collect movies. And primarily, I'm looking at collecting 4K movies more than I am Blu-ray. I'm not opposed to doing regular Blu-ray because I know there's a lot of movies that could actually very well be that's the only time they're going to come out is on Blu-ray and not 4K. I realize that's a big possibility. So yes, Blu-ray, a standard Blu-ray is still very important to movie collecting. But when I collect Blu-rays, it's mostly like Criterion and Arrow some of the time. And that's what I'm starting to do right now. Everything that you see behind me right now, that's it. That's all I have to go on. And I know there's some things that you can't see, and I'll do a tour of my collection so far. But really what this channel, besides talking about Blu-rays or movies in general or television, anime, which I like to do, or even video games if I stream them, I really want it to be this kind of story talking about my collection more into the 4K world than regular Blu-ray. Than anything else, which I'm still going to buy Blu-ray sometimes because that's all Criterion is, Blu-ray. Fortunately, though, most of them have like 2K, 4K scans, so that's pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. That's how I'm kind of just doing things right now. So that's it. Everything you see behind me for the most part is it. I'll probably end up doing a tour of my collection thus far. I'll probably maybe I'll do videos like when Criterion has their half off sale, and then you'll see me walking around a Barnes & Noble with a stack this high and me trying to debate whether or not, what to get rid of and what and what to keep, things like that. But that's kind of what it is so far. I've been thinking about doing 4K Blu-ray reviews as far as like audio, visual quality, and things like that. Just give my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you've liked what you've seen so far and you want to follow me on this journey, hit that subscribe button. And thumbs up, thumbs down helps either way with the channel. So I'm Brian with Nerd Theory, and I'm out.